Hi everybody, this is Kefren, your favorite French Canadian. Today I'm going to show you how to boost your FPS in Call of Duty Blackout. You can also use the same guide for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 if you're playing zombie or just multiplayer mode. So first of all, display mode. Just before I start, just want to make sure that we want to change all the setting inside of the game. But after that, we're going to go in the config file because you can change a lot more graphic option in it that is not available in the game. So let's start. Display mode, play full screen. I did some tests with window full screen. This is borderless, by the way, and I was losing a couple of FPS, so you should definitely play full screen. Also, make sure that the monitor match with your proper monitor. A couple of person told me that they had an issue with monitor. The game was using the second screen, so this is the place that you can change it. Refresh rate, make sure that you're matching your refresh rate. I'm playing high refresh rate on my screen, so if you're playing 60, make sure that you have 60 here or whatever. Like sometimes it's not necessarily the number of hertz that you have. Me, I have a 144 hertz and they give me 143, but whatever, it's pretty much the same. Display resolution, I'm playing full HD. If after all the change you're gonna make, you're not getting your 60, for sure you will need to lower your resolution and play 720p. So you just lower over here and you will get a lot more FPS. So let's go back in full HD. Render resolution, this is last resort. You can lower this to like 95. If you go lower than 95, honestly, you will start to see pixel blurriness and stuff like that. So this is last resort, really last resort. If you have like an integrated GPU and you still have issue to run the game at 60. Vertical sync, put this one at off. You don't want input lag when you play and you want to unlock your FPS. So put this one at off. Brightness, we don't touch it. Display adapter, this one, make sure that you have your video card here. A couple of person have issue. They had like the integrate the card from Intel on their CPU, so make sure that you're playing with your dedicated GPU. This CPU priority management, automatic preload shader on. So now let's start with texture. Texture quality, it depends on the VRAM usage that you have. In this game it's pretty easy, you see your usage. So if you have something like 6 gig, 7 gig, you don't have any issue, you can play at very high. If you have less than 2 gig, you should definitely play at medium or even low, but just look at your bar here. Texture filtering quality, I'm playing at medium, but you will not see a big impact between medium versus high. Special effect quality, this one, when you play multiplayer, it's not something that for me it's really important, and if you go high to very low, I'm getting 6 to 7%. That's a huge improvement for me on my FPS, so this one I'm playing at very low. Model quality for me, not big impact, 1 to 2 FPS for each bracket, so I didn't change it because not a huge impact. You will see in this game, if you want to get more FPS, you need to lower your shadow and reflection. Static reflection, put this one at low. You will gain 5% for your FPS, so pretty nice boost. Screen space reflection, a nice chunk of FPS here, 3 to 4, but it really depends. You need to like you will have more like a stable FPS when you put this one at off, because reflection, you don't necessarily have reflection all the time. It depends on the map if you look at water and stuff like that. So you will get more stable FPS with this one. Object view distance, you should play at medium, because when you play at low, you see like you don't see far in front of you, so maybe you will miss enemy and stuff like that. So I prefer to see medium with my view distance, but for sure it impacts a lot your FPS. If you have an integrated video card, laptop and stuff like that, probably you should put this one at low. Shadow, I'm playing at medium. This one, it's a huge chunk, honestly. Very high to medium, I'm getting 8% of FPS. I'm still playing at medium because I want to see shadow in the game. It's really important. Sometimes in the map, you want to see like if someone is, you know, across the door and stuff like that. So really important, but you can also put it at low. You will still see shadow in the game, but the resolution will be lower. Dynamic shadow, this one take a lot of resources. It's shadow, but it's dynamic, so when something move, it adapts the shadow, as you can see in the picture here. If you go all to off, you will have like 7% of improvement when you look at the dynamic shadow. So really important to put this one at off. Special effect shadow, same thing, you will get 3 to 4 FPS. Weapon shadow 1 to 2 FPS, but still, just remove all those shadows. They are not very important. It's more like effect in the game. Global illumination quality, I didn't see a big improvement here. 1 to 2 FPS, low versus default. So I'm just playing at default for this one. After that, post-processing effect, I'm playing at medium. If you have a medium, like a medium computer, something like a GTX 970, medium should be fine for you. I don't recommend to just remove your anti-aliasing, honestly. When you play a multiplayer game, you still want a bit of anti-aliasing. So play it very low. It will give you FXAA, so it's not that bad. You can try also low SMAA1X. Depending on what you need, you know, if you're not playing an high refresh rate and you just need your 60, you can take a lot of a bit more of anti-aliasing here. Ambient occlusion, I just removed this. I really don't like the effect. I like the effect when I play a campaign, but when I play multiplayer, I don't want ambient occlusion. And also, you will gain a couple of FPS, 2 to 3 FPS, if you go high to off. Motion blur, I just remove it. I'm getting 1 FPS, but I'm not doing that for the FPS. I really don't like motion blur when I play a multiplayer game. So as you can see, when you move like very fast left to right, you will see some blurriness, so it's kind of pain in the ass. Subsurface scattering, I'm putting this one at on. I didn't see a huge improvement. Maybe if you fix like someone very near and you look at the face and you move a bit, maybe you will lose a couple of FPS, but didn't change a lot for me, this one. Order independent transparency, I'm putting this one at off. So when you're done here, press apply. So now the config file, so go where you install your game. For me it's the G drive, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. After that, click player, and you will need to open the config file here. Right click on it and use Notepad++. You can download it on the web, it's free. It's a pretty nice software to edit config file. So this is all the graphic parameter that you have in the game, but also you have more in it. So for me, the really important thing that you need to change is shadows. You have a couple of shadows that you can change by yourself. So as you can see here, particle shadow support, put this one at 0 here if you still don't get your 60. Disable dynamic sun shadow. This one also you can put it, you can activate it if you still have issue with your FPS. Resolution of spotlight shadow, as you can see here, they're saying that you can use 128 to 8192. So here you can put 128, and here you can put 128 also, and it should help. Shadow filtering also here you can put 0, and that's pretty much it. After that you have a couple other stuff that you can change, but honestly after all the change that you did in the game and in the config file, and you press save after that, you should be fine. Also really important, update your driver. Nvidia and AMD will push new driver for this game, so just by updating your driver you can get like a nice boost, 7 to 9% in your FPS. So really important to update your driver. That's about it, guys. If you have any questions, just comment in the YouTube section. Post me your rig, so CPU, GPU, and RAM, and also post me your question, what kind of issue that you have, or what you need to change to get more FPS. So that's about it, guys. Don't forget to sub to the channel, and peace.